Hello everyone and welcome to Disney Tron Reviews Movies. So, like I was saying, you know Friday, right? The series of mostly bad movies, but some very good ones. Well, this is my first big major horror movie review after the Texas Chainsaw copyright claim. Still in now after that. But I will say one thing though. Thank you all for supporting the last video, Honk with Disney Tron. And so we're reviewing a movie that is so iconically, mysteriously just another copy of the first two Friday movies. This is Friday the 13th, Part 3, in 3D. Not actually in 3D because it would hurt your eyes so bad. I had to do the 2D version, so it's really not 3D. So it begins with an extremely long recap of the original Part 2 ending before cutting to present-day Higgins Haven. So this movie takes place in Higgins Haven. It's not a campground, which is the first mistake, but it works. It definitely works better than other movies with other sequels in the same area. But Friday 3 is the movie where Jason does get his mask, so that is the good thing about it. But one thing I do have a problem is the beginning is so botchly confusing, because it's a bar. It looks like a bar. It's a shop. And it's raining, and then Jason comes out of nowhere, ooh, and he kills two people. Every slasher opening ever. But what I really want to say is all these title screens for these movies have the most crappiest looking artwork ever. Wait till you see the box art on YouTube for these movies. They look terrible. And, so like I was saying, there is a 2D and 3D version, which you have to have 3D glasses for. I have them. I don't want to wear them. We're just going to watch the 2D version for this review. I'm not going to make a 3D version review, because it would hurt your eyes as much as it would hurt my eyes. So I'm saving you guys some eye doctor therapy. So this movie is the movie. People say it's good, but it's awfully just a copy of the original too. It's nothing new. Jason has his mask and that's it. And the settings changed, which I guess is a new thing for the series because there's some nudity. There's some not nudity. But in this movie, it's basically the most stupidest idea I've heard. So this woman gets attacked by Jason when she was a kid. She looks the exact same age in this clip I'm about to show you than she does in the movie. So what's the actual use for this? Like, actually. Oh, and then there's this scene, which is, this is a classic here. That's not Jason that grabs her leg, it's Shelly. Sheldon Finkelstein. And then this leads up to the most iconic scene in the entire movie. You've known this in everything. Shelly's a dumbass. So when Shelly does get killed, they think he's just joking, which is sad as shit. Like, imagine if you're fucking dying and they're like, oh, hey. It's sad, but at the same time, they couldn't save him. Like, is it really his fault? Is it really, really his fault? Like, my man's hair looks like a freaking brush. Bob Ross. But what I do want to give a pointer for this movie is what it tries to do and its characters. Its characters are well developed. I like the characters. But there's some stupid setups to some stuff that I just don't like. Doesn't make sense. Because Friday the 13th offline challenges basically copy the story, basically. Never go into the fucking barn. Excuse my lewd language. But don't go into the barn in the movie. Because Shelly's a dumbass and he goes in. White men always do it first. But another thing that's wrong about this movie, in my opinion, is there's two black bikers and they're bad. Why couldn't they have been white? There's one white guy, and his name's Loco. We had to name one of them Ali. Mustafa Ali would be ashamed. But he would probably have a fame for it, but at the same time, it's not cool. It's not cool to have them like bad people. It's not right. It's not right. But I do like this movie. I really do. And this woman just like kind of steals from Shelly's wallet and just like eyes it up. Oh, wallet. So then she's a clum ass and jumps the freaking in the water. And how many times have I said this before? This leads to the moment we've all been waiting for. The silliest but coolest kill in the movie. Well, besides the fake head when it gets popped. So Jason just does this. I'll show you this clip. So she thinks it's Shelly, the dumbass. And, Shelly? Not joking. 3, 2. Aims the gun and pops. Boom. You're dead. You're a dumbass. You deserve that shit. You're a dumbass. How the hell did the wallet go over there that far? Like, it should have been just... the way he walks back. It's unforgivable. Give me another copyright claim. And there's some questionable scenes after this. Two grown-ups find out how to have sex in a hammock. That's an interesting fact. That's new. That's impressive. But one thing that I have wrong with this movie is how long it takes for the first actual clip of this movie that isn't from the second movie to begin. Because it takes freaking forever. Man. Like, the recap is ridiculously long. It's basically the ending of the second film, but longer. Why is it so long? And that's what she said. So don't do that in the comments. I said it myself. But my God, it's so freaking hard to watch. Okay. I'm gonna get some questionable comments. But I do want to say one thing. I mean, if you're ever gonna start a movie, I think you know the best way to start it. Be like Friday the 13th Part 3 and go all disco on them. Because this movie, I'll show you in a minute, it's got probably the best and silliest opening I've ever seen in a movie. It zooms in on Pamela's head. And then try and guess what happens next. Try and guess. Now that's how you start a movie. 3D is written all over this. 3D, look at this. This looks like Superman. My God. This movie's so ridiculous in some points that I can't stand it. I can't stand it. You got the special features. You got that down to the point. But The acting in this movie is too freaking funny. It's it's not supposed to be funny, but it's intentionally funny at some parts. Like, to the point where this feels like a comedy. And then there's the scene with the bikers where they steal the gas. And then Fox is like going everywhere. And then you can see Jason in the background at one of them. Of course, it's a black character first, I must say. Because that's just not right. Especially in part 5, what happens in part 5. I don't know about that one. Because it's part 5 is just all about sex. Oh, and by the way, he does eventually find Fox. But not in the position you think she's in. She's disturbing looking. That's hurtful. And then you got the zoom in on her foot that shows she's off the ground. One of the first characters to die is a black character. One of the first. What is up with this thing in horror movies where this is happening? That's not right. Well, at least in part 5, it takes a while for the black characters to die. Still sad. At least, like, Wrong Turn 2 had one survive. But still. It's hurtful. But there's a scene I still can't get over, and James A. Janice can't get over either in this movie. So at the 1 hour and a half mark, so it's this movie's almost 2 hours long. It's a very good runtime, but in the 1 hour and a half an hour and 5 minutes is all you need to show one ridiculous scene that is so funny that it's supposed to not be funny. Look, just watch the scene. I just want you to watch the scene. Oh my god! oh god! And her death is ridiculous. Fire poker. Oh my god! That's funny as hell. She just says, "Oh my god! Oh my god!" That's too funny, bro. Oh, and I must say, nice sweater, my dude. Looks like Pamela's sweater. I bet you it is the same sweater, but used in this movie. By the way, the ending of this movie is basically this first movie's ending, where Jason jumps out of the water, but it's Pamela jumps out of the water. Spoiler alert. Thank you. Goodbye. I'm kidding. But I hope you enjoyed this review of one of the most funniest, unintentionally funny movies ever in horror cinema history. But then there's this scene. The finish off this review, I must show you this scene. I'll show you in a minute. Just give it a minute. So Jason basically smuggles this is the last person to die in the movie. Oh no, it isn't. I forgot. Allie dies after him. And then this is what happens to him. This looks so fake. I'm not even joking. Look at it. That's so fake. The eyeball is so fake. How many people were scared about that in the movies? I want to know. But this has been Friday the 13th Part 3 review, and I hope you enjoyed it. If not, I'm going to get another copyright claim, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. My Twitter and my Reddit is used by my brother. You can go follow my Twitter at diz_n. And then my Reddit at u/Dizzy. And I'll see you all next time. Please like and subscribe.